Buying a longarm quilting machine is an incredibly exciting experience, but understanding the difference between different brands and models can also feel overwhelming. Today, I want to compare two of the most popular longarms available, the HandiQuilter Moxie and the HandiQuilter Amara, to help you understand if one of these machines may be the right fit for you. My name is Holly Ann Knight of String and Story, and I've been teaching free motion quilting for almost a decade. I have extensive experience with both of these machines, and I can't wait to tell you all about them. First, in the interest of transparency, I purchased and still own a HandiQuilter Moxie in 2020. My Amara is presently on loan from HandiQuilter as part of a content creation agreement. Even so, all of these opinions are my own, and I promise to be transparent and honest in this review. Now, if you've ever visited a HandiQuilter booth at a quilt show and played with the different long arms, it may seem obvious that the Moxie and the Amara are quite different machines. But how are they different in terms of specs and in terms of ideal use? Let's break it down so that by the end of this video, you know which machine is the best fit for you. First, the HandiQuilter Moxie is designed for new long-arm quilters looking for a more efficient and affordable way to finish their quilts at home. It has a throat space of 15 or 18 inches and several table and frame mounting options. It can stitch up to 1800 stitches per minute, and the Moxie is designed with space efficiency in mind. It is one of the most budget-friendly long arms on the market with a starting price around 5,000 US dollars. The HandiQuilter Amara is a versatile longarm quilting machine for longarm quilters of all levels. It has a throat space of 20 or 24 inches and larger frame options. It can stitch up to 2,400 stitches per minute. The Amara is a durable machine for serious longarm quilting. The starting price for the HandiQuilter Amara is around 12,000 US dollars. Both machines use Class M bobbins, have stitch regulation, and have the option to add a Pro Stitcher for computerized quilting. Which of these machines is for you? Ideally, of course, I'd recommend trying both at a quilt show to get the best feel for the differences but when you operate the Moxie versus the Amara. But here are some questions that may help you decide as well. First, how many quilts do you plan to finish each year? There's a big difference between quilting 5 or 6 quilts or quilting 10 plus quilts, not only in how quickly the long arm quote pays for itself, but also in how much time you spend quilting on your long arm. Second, how big are your quilts? Are most of your quilts smaller or larger than 60 to 72 inches square? The more big quilts you make, the more likely you are to want a larger throat space, like the Moxie XL with 18 inches or an Amara, and maybe even a larger frame, like the 12-foot loft frame with the Amara. Next, how do you like to quilt your quilts? 10 quilts with a meander is very different from 10 custom quilted quilts in terms of time and effort. If you are a dedicated custom quilter, you will likely find the weight of the Amara and its larger display screen helpful in your quilting. How is your balance and your muscular strength and endurance? If standing for long periods, 30 or 45 plus minutes, is a struggle, you may want to consider a Moxie ST or an Amara in a table. If your arm and core strength is low, you may find the significantly lighter weight of the Moxie easier to operate. Finally, what is your budget? You may love the size and features of the Amara, but if the Moxie is a better fit for your budget, you may want to consider starting with the Moxie and trading up later. In conclusion, I believe that you can make your quilting dreams come true on any machine that is accessible to you. I have custom quilted bed-size quilts on my home sewing machine, and I have done a simple meander on my big ol' Amara. But when we have the opportunity to add a new machine to our toolbox, it can certainly make doing what we love a bit easier and more enjoyable. Ultimately, the right machine is the one that fits your space, your budget, and your quilting goals, and both the HandiQuilter Moxie and the HandiQuilter Amara are amazing long arm quilting machines. Happy quilting, Rockstar!